Go.
Well, hello there, YouTube. I don't know if it caught what you just said, but
And action.
welcome to another live stream. It's for Formula 1 2019 career mode. It's round 2 of 21. God's sake, why there should be so many races on calendars now. We're at Bahrain. I'm with the Rich Energy Haas team. They're definitely not called that anymore. And I'm here with Snake in the party chat, although he's not even got this game. But we can talk plenty about Formula 1 and other events of the day. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And of course, Snake, you tuned into my first race. What did you make of it all?
Yeah, tough race for you that the first one. K-Mag certainly didn't help you in that situation, showing how much of a teammate he's been. That was the highlight of the race. Your teammate just gave no shit whatsoever. That, and you're a bit unlucky with the virtual safety car, your pit stop, so you were already on the back foot at that point. Obviously, at that point, it was not the best strategy, but you took a gamble, it just didn't pay off. So you were a bit unlucky. I have a feeling you'll do a lot better in this one. So bring it on.
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, on for both of us, I would say Australia's never been one of our best circuits, has it?
Back in the days that I played it, I was certainly not good around Australia. I had much better tracks.
Yeah, it's an important thing you mentioned about the virtual safety car. I genuinely thought it was going to stay out a lot longer than what it did.
It's one of those. It could have stayed out for, you know, a couple of minutes or 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It just did not work out.
if it stayed out while I was pitting, I could have really benefited from it. But it just
You
it
could have
didn't.
got a really good result, but it
Yeah.
just didn't happen.
Yeah,
So it was worth the gamble, I think, considering.
yeah, definitely. So we're at Bahrain, of course. I've got to say, the graphics on this game make this track look amazing. On this game, I really do like it. We got a few upgrades, but they don't arrive until China, I believe it is. Of course, there won't be a Chinese Grand Prix IRL this year, or it might be rearranged, although I've got massive doubts about that. Mainly because I don't think there's much space in the calendar for it to be rearranged into.
It's a very busy schedule, and you never know with the coronavirus, it might be around all year. So it's highly likely that we won't get a Chinese Grand Prix this year.
Is it a track you'll miss?
With so many races on the calendar, I don't think I will. The only thing that worries me is if Vietnam gets taken out as well, then it's a 6-week gap. That's the biggest concern. Because there'll already be a 4-week gap if the Chinese Grand Prix is not going ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've gone from a packed calendar potentially having 6 weeks off, which would not be great. I don't know what to make.
Plenty of races, but they'll be spaced out horribly.
Yeah, and it's nice this year that we got back-to-back races at the start, Australia and Bahrain. There's not many tracks these days that do this, but I truly believe that Bahrain seems to be one of a few tracks that always seems to deliver a pretty decent race. In before it's
Yeah,
absolutely
exactly.
dull. Now, there's loads of practice programs to choose from, but I only do 3 because I can't manage my tyres, I can't manage my fuel, and I can't manage the RS because it's an automatic. So I'm just going to do track acclimatization, race strategy, and quality pace. I also don't have any setups because this is what happens when you don't do league racing anymore. You don't really care about setups anymore.
Yeah, it's when you don't have much time on your hands, and you mostly get tired, and it's tough.
Now, the odd thing about doing the practice programs at Bahrain is, of course, because it's the practice 1 session, it's actually in the daytime at Bahrain, which just looks odd now. It doesn't look normal. So used to seeing the track in it. Oh my god, I've ran so wide.
Almost feels like F1 2010.
Yeah.
Well,
Apart from that dreadful middle section that thankfully we'll never see again.
I didn't mind it. I loved driving around it back in the day.
I loved
it. 2010.
It wasn't good for entertainment value though.
Probably not.
I generally can't remember how I did, because of course I did 6 races in a career mode on this game when it came out, and then just sort of stopped. I think I was just dreading doing Monaco that much, but I just gave up on it entirely.
The problem with Monaco is it's a completely new challenge compared to the other tracks. It's so much more difficult compared to all the other tracks.
I'm actually pretty good round it.
It never felt like that in previous F1 games. It never felt incredibly difficult. I feel like with the tracks being wider, more fragile, it's making the game more difficult than it used to be.
Absolutely. Like F1 2016 I did Monaco recently and it was fine. Did pretty well.
Like F1 2010, like there was a bit of a challenge, but you know, I never felt like I couldn't do it. I never felt like I couldn't, you know, compete against other drivers. I had the pace, and you know, I felt like if I concentrated enough, I could finish the race without crashing. Now every time I feel like, well, will I make it to the end?
Great stuff. You pretty much
Purpled it. That's what I'm talking about. Not bad to say I missed the bit at the that difficult corner. You know which corner I'm talking about, Bahrain. The one where you got outside downhill braking zone.
Yeah, I'd say that's the toughest corner on this track.
It's so difficult to get it
turn
right.
10.
Yeah. Right, race strategy is where you just gotta do consistent laps for 3 laps, hopefully. I only just did it in Australia. There's only like a couple of attempts up on each lap, so... Currently Hamilton quickest in practice. He won the first race of the season, of course. Lewis, my boy. Speaking of Lewis, I've actually had a... I've changed my helmet design, and it's sort of a Lewis style helmet, so I've gone for yellow on the top,
Is it
which
tribute
is...
to Hamilton or Senna, or both?
There's kind of it's harking back to Lewis's early helmet, which of course was completely yellow. But it's also got a bit of purple in the middle, in the sort of tribute to what his new design is for this year.
Oh.
So, I really like the purple on his helmet for this year. It looks really nice. It's a lot better than most of his fashion ideas, let's put it that way. As much as I love Lewis, I'm not a massive fan of his...
One of the greatest drivers that's ever lived. Comes to fashion, I would say he was good. No offense. Though everybody's not good at something.
Like me at turn 10. One day I will make the apex of that corner. It's just not going to be for a while.
Trick is to not be too aggressive around that corner.
It's tough.
It's so easily done.
I feel like on this game though, on this game you kind of have to be aggressive with your driving style. It kind of lulls you in a bit.
You just have to remember when you get to that corner in particular.
Well, there's some positives from Australia. I thought the tyre wear didn't feel too bad, which was a concern considering what Haas was like in real life in 2019.
You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Had a very good qualifying car in 2019 Haas, but as soon as it got to the race, they were terrible.
Well, like a completely different car. It's quite amazing, really. I think it was the biggest change from a Saturday to a Sunday in terms of car performance from any other team.
You'd sort of be like, oh, nice qualifying for Haas, but in the back of your mind you'd be like, can they do it in a race? Oh, Snake has left the party. don't mind me, I'm just going to quickly pause it and re-invite him. We'll wait for Snake to rejoin as I just continue on with the practice programs for now. I've made the Apex, yes. Quite happy with that. I know Snake's been having internet problems over the last day or two, so I assume it's just that again. Current weather situation's probably not helping. I just got a bit dirty air there from the car behind. Or car ahead, seriously. Danny Ricciardo, of course, retired from the Australian Grand Prix with an engine problem. He's pitting, which is a massive relief.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Nice so far. Yeah, once Nick gets back in the party, we'll chat more about F1. It's ahead of the 2020 season. Of course, a lot of the car launches have already taken place, and we've got testing beginning on Wednesday. So, plenty to look forward to. And of course, the new season of Drive to Survive is out on Netflix on the 28th of February. So, can't wait for that either. Plenty of shenanigans at Haas, I feel, we'll witness. It's been a really nice lap, actually.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
That's purple. Let's go do qualifying pace and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, Snake just confirmed he's having internet issues. No worries. He's back online now though, so hopefully he can rejoin the party shortly. Storm Dennis, I reckon, is probably playing its part in that. Why do I keep coming out behind cars? Mercedes this time, I believe. Nice on the map it as the colour of a car, so you can sort of identify it a lot easier. Right, let's go for a qualifying simulation run. I think the windy weather's affecting the internet, yeah, I kind of figured. Jesus. God, I lost half a second, what the hell? Oh, and I've gone wide. Oh, that's terrible. It's been literally the first sector on hell. The second sector's not started off much better either. Fucking that damn corner. Oh dear. lacking a bit of engine power, judging by the Delta.
We'll want to rerun the program if we can't improve on that time.
A lap. No, not our best exit though. It's a better lap, but it's still not going to beat the Delta. I don't think a third lap's going to work on these tyres, to be honest.
This is the last lap of the program. Final lap of the program.
That's not good at all. 32.9. Apparently I'm set to qualify 20th. Oh dear, that's not good. Just try and invite Snake to a party again. Just bear with me 1 second.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 32.9.
Let's just skip ahead to qualifying now.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review
I mean, looking at it, like the order there, it doesn't look so bad, but I'm guessing it is a lot worse than it looks.
Until next time, goodbye.
Any incidents in practice? Nope. Oh dear, oh dear. If you can, try and rejoin the party, Snake. Failing that, just ask your questions through the chat. Some useful resource points.
Hello!
And Snake is back, I think.
Yeah, for probably 10 minutes.
For 24 hours, spread over 7 weeks. Oh dear. Yeah, that wasn't a great qualifying simulation run, if I'm being totally honest.
Where are you predicted to finish?
Based on my lap time, I'm predicted to qualify 20th.
God!
Yeah, Williams have got some competition. Right, let's go to
I
qualify.
mean, they beat Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, only because his engine blew up.
Well, did they or did they not beat Daniel Ricciardo?
I bet they don't beat him here. This is where it breaks down again.
And it breaks down again! Disaster!
It's time for qualifying. I am very confident based off practice. So let's do this.
Okay.
There's a fault with the fuel. I have to wait 5 minutes before I can even go out.
It's anything terminal, but it some time to investigate.
Wow.
Great. It's just what I needed.
5 minutes?
Yeah. I had to skip the repair time. There's only how much time we got now? We got 12.5
The
minutes.
last thing you needed was less time.
Yeah.
Practice.
We seem to be lacking top speed, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a bit of a risk. I'm going to go for an increased top speed setup. Let's come back fire.
It's not a bad idea. There's quite a few straights on this track.
I noticed in the Delta I just kept losing time on the straights, so I don't know why, because in theory... Well, it says on this game that the Mercedes have the most power, but I don't think they were watching the 2019 season. Because I beg to differ, I'd say Ferrari. And I am fastest powered by Ferrari, so it should be
Ferrari haven't given you good engines.
better of the engine they gave Ricardo, I suppose. God, this track looks so amazing at night.
It's nice when you're not getting blinded by the sun in the day.
Love the graphic work they've done on this game.
It does look great, even on YouTube.
Break into turn... Oh dear, I've broken too late, I can already tell. Okay, that's just the start to a lap I wanted. Bottas is currently quickest. And of course, there's no Q1, Q2 and Q3, this is just the one qualifying session to decide the order. And yeah,
This
Russell...
race at least, and indeed at most.
You better be ready, Russell and Kubica, because I'm coming for you.
You'll be shaking their boots.
I made the apex! Oh god, he lost the back end on the exit though. Great. Avoid one problem and go straight into another. Oh, this has been a scruffy lap.
Yeah, it's been a bit messy. You got time for another lap?
I should do, yeah. Don't know about fuel load. I should have enough actually for another lap fuel wise. I might be running out towards the end, but I can always go into the pits. I can always return to the garage instead of driving back to the pits, what you should do anyway. Here we go. First lap of qualifying. Where do we go? P11. That's not bad. I did not expect that much, to be honest.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm tactically not going to go for a second flying lap.
Okay.
Just because I'm currently 11th, if I did improve, I'd have to start on those tyres, essentially. So... Where am I now? Well, Magnussen's 9th. I'm less than a 10th off Magnussen's lap time. That's not bad, because there was definitely room for improvement there.
And then again, to cycle to the tyres and damage screen.
Hulkenberg is 19th. What the... What's going on? It's currently Bottas, Vettel, Hamilton.
I never saw that coming.
I know,
That
right?
would be Russell, Ricardo,
Our best lap
and
so
Barrichello.
far is a 1:31.1.
I think I'm only going to have time for one more lap. Thanks, fuel problem. I'm going to skip ahead a bit because I want to be out at the end of the session. There we go, I'll do it. What I could do now is some West Brom music. to rev me up. Oh, I'm ready. There's been a change for pole position since I last went out. Vettel has taken pole off Bottas. I'm going to have time for just this lap. Still 11. Can I improve? about broke myself into turn 1 again. Good start. I'm having trouble with the braking spots at this track. Oh no. Oh no, that's... I think that covered the end of my qualifying. Got even wider. What am I doing? Just gonna absolutely...
That's not the track.
Shh.
That's not the mic.
Well, actually, I've got a great exit from there. I didn't have the oversteer, and I'm actually now up on my delta again, so let's hope yet for this lap.
That was a great corner.
Thank you.
That was the best. You've nailed it there.
Yeah, I feel like I'll probably won't do that again for the entirety of the weekend. Oh my god, that's a bit... It's a little bit wide. I've lost a bit of time. I'm still slightly up on my delta. Depending how his last corner goes, we could slightly improve. That's pretty nice. Oh no, I don't think we're going to improve, are we? If we did improve, it's by such a minuscule amount that it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
I'd expect me to qualify P4 in the next few weekends. I've qualified P12.
Not bad.
I'm only... Well, Magnussen did improve his lap time, so I'm a couple of temps off K-Mag.
Decent spot to start on fresh tyres, so that's one
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah, weirdly, I think I'd rather be in my position than Kevin's.
Yeah.
So let's get started on fresh tyres. I'm alongside Lando Norris. It's Vettel on pole, Bottas, Hamilton second and third, then Verstappen and Albon, Leclerc in 7th behind Perez. Perez is having a great season so far.
Trouble is, you may have to overtake K-Mag, and we all know what happened last time.
Well, I know now what not to do. George Russell 16th, great effort from George Russell in the Williams. Hulkenberg 18th, Stroll 19th. Well, Stroll's qualifying is quite realistic, really. The fact that
you can't pay him to be good.
The fact that Stroll's 19th and Perez is 6th. Speaking a little bit. Yeah, speaking is very difficult, as I've just proven. Speaking a little bit about the upcoming Formula 1 season, who's your, I don't know, like, one to watch? Who do you feel like is going to surprise people this season?
This might be a bit biased, because I do like him at the moment. I think Charles Leclerc's one to watch out for. You know, it was only his first season of the Ferrari, but I think he'll just step it up another gear. I think everyone seems to have forgotten he got 7 pole positions and 2 race wins last year. And arguably he could have probably gotten a couple of more race wins. I just think he'll step up another gear this year. I feel like if anyone's going to challenge Hamilton, it will be him. Depending if he's got a car to challenge. But we'll see.
Interesting shout, interesting shout. I don't know. I'm going to go with Danny
Ricciardo.
Ricciardo.
It's a tough prediction to make. It's, you know... I don't think a lot of people expected Sainz to do so well. But although I always felt like he was an underrated driver, I always felt like he was, you know, just as good as Max Verstappen when they were teammates back in the day.
I'm gonna say Danny Ricciardo for mine.
Yeah, it just depends if Renault will give a car good enough. There's only so much you can do with a pile of dog shit.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
At the start of the season, it was god awful. That car. I just remember the Renaults kept breaking down constantly.
I don't know what you mean. Rewinds back to last career mode race. Oh, Ricciardo's out.
Bahrain, when both cars broke down and they were in such good positions.
Oh, they hit each other in that race as well.
Yeah.
tolerance for mistakes.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to
I
Formula One
feel like
proves to be
Leclerc is
too
one
much.
to watch out for.
But luckily in this case, I'd say that
Esteban
he did a good
Ocon, I
job,
think.
and the risk the team took
I feel
in
like a lot of
signing
people
him is
underestimate
definitely
him.
starting to pay off.
It's
Time to take a
be
look
interesting
at
to see
our
what he can
starting
do,
grid for
especially against
today's
Ricardo.
race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in
Potentially, I'm not going to say he will have a good season, but he started to show signs of improvement towards the end of the season, so I'm going to mention Antonio Giovinazzi for Alfa Romeo. I feel like he improved as his first season went on, so if he can continue that into this year, he could surprise a few people. Oh, Charles Leclerc's got a 10th place grid penalty starting from 17th in my race. That's
Do you think Romain Grosjean can outperform K-Mag in terms of points and, you know, do very well for the team?
No, I don't think he should be in the seat.
See if you can manage 8th place or better.
Yeah, I've said that for years now.
Oh, it's giving me two interesting strategies here. What do you think? I'm tough on that. I don't know why they would want me to go medium.
How comfortable do you feel on tyre wear?
Difficult to say. I don't feel like it was too much of an issue at Australia, so.
Wait a minute, are they telling you to go for a longer stint on the super softs and then a shorter stint on the medium?
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, it's telling me to go on the softs. For 7 laps.
And
then the
really
mediums.
long soft stint on the second strategy.
Do you mean mediums?
Is it the yellow ones? I can't see properly on this screen.
Yeah, but they changed it, didn't they? So that they just had it as a soft, medium, and hard in 2019.
So the reds. So it's right. So it's soft, medium, and hard, right?
Yeah.
The hard
so,
one's the white one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they want me to do a longer stint on the mediums and the hards on the low tyre management. That's confusing.
I say, like, if you weren't struggling with tyre wear, I would go with the first strategy.
What's the mandatory? Is there a mandatory?
If it's telling you if you can go longer on the yellow set, then you might be able to pit earlier with the
right.
set of tyres.
I was just gonna have a look. I was gonna have a look there to see if, because I was thinking like if I went and started on softs, if they weren't lasting like they thought they would, I could then go to hards. But you do have to use the mediums. So you have to use the mediums. So.
Well, it's saying you can drive for longer on the mediums according to your other strategy. So you could probably pit earlier if you were really struggling on the softs.
Just thinking.
I'd go for the first one personally, but it's up to you.
I'm thinking I might change it. What I could do is if I start on the mediums, I can then see how the mediums go, and then decide when I pit if I can make the softs last or if I need to go for the hards.
True. The only thing with that is you're gonna have to put up with the other cars. You'll probably use a few positions and you'd be fine a lot of the cars.
Yeah, I'll stick.
Feeling a lot of them will start on the softs.
I'm gonna start on the softs.
Yeah.
I'm also not gonna reduce the fuel load because
doing that.
I'm not gonna reduce the fuel load because I learned that last time. Alright, here we go.
Not gonna reduce the fuel load.
Yeah, all the cars around me are on softs.
Yeah, I had a feeling they would.
I'm underway, and I really can't do starts on this game.
Neither can I, really, to be fair. The starts have changed so much. Oh dear, what's happened?
Warning, collision with Lando Norris, okay.
Collision? You almost took him out. Somehow you went into him, but somehow got ahead.
I also got ahead of Kevin Magnussen without him shoving me out, which is quite a...
You don't get any damage?
Yeah, I've got a front wing damage.
Got damage! Oh!
Oh, now I've got problems. I don't know how bad this tire is obviously going to affect me.
Well, the good thing is, you're on the soft, so you'll be able to have a little pit stop.
I mean, I'm not going terribly slow at the moment. In fact, I'm closed up to the next group of cars. Yeah, I was a bit... I kind of lost track of where
Ferrari is one ahead. I'm assuming it's Vettel.
Yeah, Vettel's gone. okay. I can feel the understeer with the front wing damage a bit through those corners.
Where is the other Ferrari?
Leclerc. Leclerc got a grid penalty, so he started 17.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think he's just behind these two cars. He's already got to 11th, I think. From
Shit,
17. Yeah, I'm a more immediate concern is more who's right behind me.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Kevin Magnussen, great.
Suck my balls, honey.
It's the one right-handers where I feel like I'm really struggling with the damage, but it's not terribly bad. So I'm wondering if it's just worth sticking with it and not repairing it when I pit. And oh my god.
Depends how much time you're losing. I'd say if you're losing like a second a lap, or half a second, I'd have it changed. It only costs a few seconds.
Yeah, I feel like it is starting to cost me a bit more than I was hoping.
Yeah, I'd keep an eye on your lap times.
I'm starting to lose. Oh no, Magnus is going at the inside. Ah! Okay, Magnussen, after you.
That was a bit cheeky from King.
Oh, dog.
He squeezed you out of road there.
What a surprise.
He almost took you off track again.
I am struggling. Oh, hello, Charles Leclerc.
DRS is now
Thing is, I don't want to pit. I feel like I should pit now, but I'm not going to be able to make the mediums last if I pit now. Oh,
When are you due to pit in lap 5?
lap 7. But to be fair, on the other strategy, it said you.
Lap 5, yeah, I've said to pit on lap 5, I think you can make it to the end. Like you said, the other strategy said you could go on those mediums for a bit longer.
Oh, signs of Magnussen side by side.
I'd say hold the traffic up for a couple of laps and then go for a pit stop and repair your front wing.
Charles Leclerc's gonna be like, get the this ass out of the road.
Oh yeah, I didn't realise you got Ferrari behind you.
To be fair, I'm only holding up a few cars. There's still a gap behind. I think Toro Rosso's are going quite slowly behind, so they're helping me out a bit. I mean, I'm not going to fight Leclerc that much because there's no point really.
If anything, he could potentially help you.
Yeah, if I can stick with his DRS. But I'm not just going to let him through as well. At the same time, he's going to have to work it. Well, I say he's going to have to work for it. I think he's going to do it here. Yeah, he has. I'm not fighting that too much. There's no point. He'll give me DRS, which is nice. To defend against Kimi. I said to defend against Kimi, but I don't feel like I have much straight line speed. Kimi Raikkonen goes down my inside. Holding it out. I don't want to let him through. Yeah, but if you look behind Kimi Raikkonen, there's quite a there's a bit of a gap. This is why it's even more important to not let Kimi through. Oh, we've got a problem. There's a slow McLaren. Carlos Sainz is out.
Ooh.
Got
Williams are like, yes!
So that's 2 engine failures we've seen so far. And they've both been... Oh, virtual safety car.
Just Sainz pull over there, because if he did, that is the worst place to stop.
I think he did.
Slow your pace immediately.
I almost went into the back of him. It's virtual safety car and Leclerc goes super slowly.
Yep.
Virtual safety car is
It's a very quick
Well,
virtual...
Until the end already. I was going to say, well, if it stayed out for a while, maybe you could fit now.
Oh, I very nearly timed that wrong and got a penalty with a virtual safety car there. That was close. Hello, Kimi. God, I'm not scared to throw it down the inside, the AI on this game.
Where Science has parked it, I doubt the VSC would be out for only 10 seconds.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
Suck on that, Kimmy. Yeah, the AI are very, they're very daring on this game. They don't back out of moves like they used to. Which I kind of like, actually. To an extent.
It's so long as they don't blatantly take you out all the time.
To be fair, the only driver who's done that so far is Kevin Magnussen, which, to be honest, is nothing if not realistic.
That's hardly a surprise. I wouldn't say he took you out either, he just kind of shoved you off track.
Yeah, which is just K-Mag all over.
He didn't like spin you around or anything like most F1 games, where they just cut, the driver just takes you out and spin round in circles.
Considering where Kevin Magnussen is, I don't think my pace is that bad. He's not that far up the road from me. So I'm just going to pit now for softs and... Cause it's... Should I get my front wing repaired? I think I might know still.
I highly recommend you do get it repaired.
How do you do it? That's the only thing.
It should it should give you the option on the
repair wing damage. Yes. There we go. Okay, I'll let you through now. Kimmy! Well, I definitely need to repair it now. Fucking madman!
Alright, you locked up and slowed down.
I say you overtook me and then locked up. So if it was a doubt of whether
Imagine if you're like, nah, I'll risk it with the front wing. Kimmy!
Yeah, really glad I did. I've that changed now anyway. Okay, Gasly's behind me. What's happened to Gasly? Verstappen's out!
5 seconds. With the
safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain.
Oh great, who did he crash into?
Virtual safety car is deployed.
I don't know.
Slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast.
I've got out ahead of Gasly, which is nice. Who pitted early for hard tyres. So I had to repair my front wing, and...
He would have gained, not a lot, but a little bit of time pitting under the virtual safety car.
Yeah, virtual safety cars haven't really been timed perfectly for me, have they, so far?
No. To be fair, lately the VSC's been out and ended so quickly.
Okay, clear.
Probably worth pitting.
Yeah. Wish I'd known that in Australia.
That's all a learning curve.
Verstappen's pulled to the side, so I think it's just another car problem. It's time for the Honda engine. My teammate is in the pits, apparently. That's nothing, I forgot about Kevin. Imagine if he wanted to pit, I'd have been held up. Well, with Verstappen and Sainz out of the equation, there's opportunity for points here, potentially. I'm ahead of Lando Norris. I'm not ahead of Kevin Magnussen, though.
Our gap behind is
But then again, I didn't really expect to be.
seconds.
That Norris is having a disaster rate of a race. Behind Gasly. God, to be fair, this is the amount of car problems people are having now. Imagine what it's going to be like at the end of the season when everyone's running on extra engines. That's a good point. At some point I will have to take engine parts and take grid penalties. I'm thinking Monaco.
Yeah, I just like have a brand new part for everything on your car for Monaco.
Yeah, because I've got to be honest, with how wide these cars are, I can't do Monaco anymore.
Monaco's so tough now. It's just Sucks the fun out of Monaco now for me personally. I just find it too difficult.
So sorry, I might as well start the back. Pulling away from
I
Gasly.
feel like even good drivers have a tough time with that track.
Oh, definitely. I got really good at it on 2016 as well, and then they were like, let's make the cars wider.
Yeah, I wasn't so bad around it either. Like, I didn't mind driving around Monaco. I never hated driving around it. Just got practice around it. Now I'm like, can't bear facing it anymore.
Oh, I'm just out behind the Toro Rosso, Danny Kvyat.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
I feel like I'm quicker than a Toro Rosso, so I don't know if I can attack Kvyat. Oh, I love the exit of that corner. Let's dive up the inside. Oh god. Kind of misjudged the braking spot a bit there. Kvyat's trying to do the undercut. Oh, not side by side into here.
Caution.
Oh, there's another yellow flag out. What the hell's happening now?
Teammate is in the pits.
Green flag.
Teammates in the pits.
Yeah, your teammate is, yeah.
That was a while ago.
I know, I'm watching you stream on it.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a delay.
Oh, Kvyat got back past me. We're having an interesting little battle here. I know there's some cars haven't pitted yet though, so... Oh, some more cars in the
Gap to
pits.
teammate ahead is 8.0 seconds.
It all comes down to now how your tires are going to feel at the end.
Yeah, I
The
feel...
fact you got no cars between you will help.
Well, you say that once you've caught up, you'll see I'm now right with a car.
Oh,
And it's,
now your tires it's who I'm thinking about.
it's Kvyat.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He pitted. I'm currently in 12th. Kvyat's just up ahead, and it's annoying because I feel like I'm quicker than Kvyat,
Yeah.
but not quicker enough to make it count. So I'm just kind of stuck behind him as my tyres degrade. I had a go at getting past him, but he undercut me. Rough it too late. It's weird, I had my front wing repaired, but I still feel like I've got front wing damage, or is that just the fact I'm behind another car?
Dirty air, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. Although I've got a much better run out the last corner this time, so Kvyat is mine.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
No homo. Oh, and the Renault's pitting as well. Just gonna casually take a leaf out of Kevin Magnussen's book there. With a Renault just pitting as well. I'm up to 10th. I'm in the points. Well, point.
Nice.
Gonna be tough to stay there though. There's a bit of a queue of cars up ahead, so I'm wondering what's going off there. Hopefully they can hold each other up a bit. I have no idea who's winning, but if the early stages are open to go by, Vettel's cruising it. I mean, we saw him earlier, he was just pulling away from the Mercedes, really, by miles.
Yeah.
I do this. I've said it before, I know, but this track's looks beautiful.
Be advised moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
No, I'm moving into mix 3 so I can defend against this Mad Toro Rosso game. I say Mad, he hasn't actually done anything yet, but you know, it is the torpedo. I need to stop doing that. It's a bad habit, constantly looking behind you. God, this is going to be hard work. Let's hold on for this point.
You're in 10th now.
I am indeed. You might to reload the stream. It feels like you might.
I think I could be closer. Okay, you're in 10th.
You just see me overtake Kvyat.
And yeah.
Tough one. Kvyat's still right there with me. Like, he's going to tap me down this pit straight again. I'm going to have to go into Rich. Try and fend him off. It's looking very much like it's me versus Kvyat for the final point.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap.
What lap are you on?
Lap 12. Just entered lap 12.
Sorry, what's that?
Just entered lap 12. What lap are you on?
I don't know, something's wrong. For some reason I can't watch you on lap 12.
Yeah.
Apparently on lap 5.
You're definitely not on lap 5. Let me just pause it, just make sure there's nothing wrong with the stream. Yeah, stream's still running fine.
Tried restarting it and everything, it's not working.
Someone said, evening mate, subscriptions popped up your channel, had to stop by. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'm starting an F1 career mode, so feel free to stick with it. I'm by no means a good driver anymore, but hopefully can do well here. Tough little battle we've got going on here. And it's an even bigger battle that Snake's having with his internet.
There we go. You're on lap 12 now.
Woohoo! Yeah. Welcome back to the live coverage, Snake.
I don't know how that happened, I just suddenly saw you on like different set of tyres, I was like, what the fuck? I see you on lap 5.
Fastest lap of the race by Lewis Hamilton. If he's not already ahead of a Ferrari, I'm guessing he's trying to reel him in. Tyre wear wise, my tyres looking okay.
We're trailing our teammate by 7.5
I think I've just got enough Kvyat over Kvyat at the moment. But it's one mistake. And will be
We
lost.
have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Although this is a lot closer here. I think he's just about going to run out of straight. Although I'm nearly running out of corner.
I'm nearly running out of gay.
What? Oh, I've gone wide, for God's sake, Snake, no, joking. We break down into I think I've got a lot better at turn 10 over the course of this time I've been doing this track. Not much worse, mind you. Oh, we nearly finished the penultimate lap. Kvyat just will not go away. I just want a point!
That's me.
Oh. I think my tyres are fine, Snake. I've just done my personal best lap. And I still can't get Kvyat away from me. Last lap. Is it going to be P10 for me?
What was your objective to finish?
Probably 8th.
10's not so bad if you can keep hold of it.
I feel like I've done a good job, considering. The only real mistake I made was at the start of the race. Where I kind of misjudged where to brake. And got a warning for a collision with Norris, which I just didn't understand. Maybe that's why Norris is struggling. Sorry, Lando.
Well, that and he builds the car himself.
It's broken! Beep, beep.
It's broken!
And Sebastian Vettel wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
The gap
Boom,
to the
boom,
car
boom, boom!
is
Yes, 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 yes!
2 seconds.
Forza Ferrari, Glandia Glazie.
One more corner to go. To seal a point to hold off Kvyat's attempts to get past me. Come on, get in. Got a point.
Okay, pick up rubber.
Take that.
Bring it home.
I'm behind Magnussen, but shh.
So you've taken Grosjean's place.
Here's
I'm not in the wall.
What a fantastic race it was.
But you did go into Norris.
How did they manage to achieve this
Shh, we
win?
don't talk about that. Yeah, for some reason I'm going to avoid the highlights from the start of this race. Maybe I am Grosjean after all. Kevin Magnussen got 8th. It's a double points finish for Haas. Can't complain at that.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a
Yep,
tremendous
8th
effort
attempt.
by Ferrari.
Vettel wins,
Their
Bottas
history is
second,
well known,
Hamilton
so it's no
only
surprise to
third.
fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
But he did get fastest lap.
So let's review the driver's standings. Not the
Sergio
results our points
Perez
leader
finishes
wanted,
fourth.
but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. Let's focus on the driver of the day.
Wow.
Anthony
Sergio
Davidson.
Perez driver of
Who
the
do you
day
pick?
again then for me.
Alex Albon 5th, Leclerc got 6th from 17th. Good effort from, good comeback from Charles. Danny Ricciardo got 7th, recovering from what was a very disappointing race. Australia, Magnussen 8th, Raikkonen 9th, and I got the final point.
With another strong performance this weekend. Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
George Russell beat Norris and Gasly. 15th for Williams.
Well, congratulations, Jake. With that point, you are now as good as Robert Kubica.
Yes! I think I should just retire. I don't think it gets any better than this. So after 2 rounds of the championship, Lewis Hamilton and Vettel are tied at the top on 41 points ahead of Bottas. Leclerc is 4th ahead of Sergio Perez, who's currently beating both Red Bulls. K-Mag is 8th, 9th, and I'm 13th. Level with Lando Norris, and just behind the mighty Lance Stroll. Gasly's currently losing to Russell. In the constructors, Mercedes are 4 points ahead of Ferrari. Red Bull are 3rd, well, quite a way off already though. Racing Point are 4th, and Haas are 5th ahead of Renault, Alfa Romeo, McLaren. Williams are currently 9th above Toro Rosso. Not a good start for the team that is now named AlphaTauri. While we do the obviously post race stuff, because I'll be doing China like straight away now, so just gonna keep this stream rolling on.
Okay.
I'll ask you, Snake, to give each new livery that you've seen this season ahead of the 2020 season a mark out of 10. We'll start with Mercedes.
4.
You don't like the red, do you?
I don't like the red, and I don't like the stars on the back.
So 4 for...
The rest of the design I don't really like compared to the last year, because I'd say it was the best livery last year, but not this year.
I have missed out on 600 resource points because I didn't manage to qualify 4-4 better. Stupid team goal anyway. Oh great, my reputation with Williams has gone up. That's great. But prepares me for when I'm driving for them.
Commiserations on that result.
Commiserations on that result, I got a point! What about Ferrari next?
A 1.
Is that just
changed? So
if you put them side by side, you can notice very small differences.
Well, I couldn't, so I think it's a 1.
So what about Red Bull?
0.
It is
They never
literally...
change it. I'm sorry, they don't deserve the ranking. They're disqualified.
Now, because the livery that Renault showed us apparently isn't the real livery, and Alfa Romeo's was a testing livery, I'm not going to ask you about either of those because they're going to change anyway. So AlphaTauri next. We definitely differed in opinion on this.
I can't remember what it looked like. Is that the Toro Rosso team?
Yeah, the white and...
Yeah, I remember now. Again, a 4. I just don't like... It's too much white on the car. I don't think it's a great colour. I don't mind white on the car, but if there's too much white, then it can look like a dull-looking car. And that's how I feel about it.
I'm going to give it an 8.
I'm just going to say it's a bad year for liveries for me.
I'm going to give the AlphaTauri livery an 8, and a lot of people on Twitter really like it. You know, obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course, but I would say you're in the minority in your opinion on the AlphaTauri livery. A lot of people really like it.
I would say I'd value myself quite highly, so I feel like my opinion's an important one.
Okay. By the way, if you hear me eating...
Well, that's fair enough. If people like it, then fine. Don't matter. At the end of the day, it's just a livery.
But if you hear me eating, sorry stream, I have a craving for Malms. Or Malams, as you might know them.
Well, you say it's a craving, I'd say it's an addiction.
There are worse addictions.
That's true.
What?! Look at this new goal I have to do in 2 race weekends.
Target, score, 32 driver championship points, is that what it is?
In 2 races.
Not even Kevin could do that.
That's gonna be 2 podiums. Great.
So they're asking you to, like, be on the podium twice?
Oh, we've got rain for qualifying. And one of my upgrades has failed as well. Great. This is going really well.
They're practically saying you gotta finish 2nd and 3rd.
Pretty much.
Stupid objective.
Stupid objective anyway.
Yep.
Chassis. Just develop it for Baku, even though I'm terrible around Baku as well. Right, let's do China. How difficult can this be?
Very, if it's not going ahead.
I'm afraid you caught the coronavirus. You have died.
Would you like to take part in the Chinese Grand Prix? Yes. Sadly, you've died. Free stock career.
Great. So yeah,
Welcome to Shanghai for
McLaren.
this Chinese Grand Prix. We begin with
Fair
today's
livery.
practice session.
I don't like the orange. It's too colour's too bright for me. I'd probably give that a 4 as well.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I quite like the way they've done the blue and the orange combination this year. It kind of reminds me of the Fernando Alonso Renault from 2005, 2006. Obviously that was just yellow and blue, not orange and blue, but it's kind of a similar design style. I quite like it personally.
Most of them will be plenty familiar enough.
But don't worry, Snake, we'll end on a high note for you. I know there's one livery you do like, so Haas.
Yeah, I like the black. It looks really good.
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted.
I would give it a 7.
And that's still your best delivery by far.
By far, yeah, definitely. I do like the black look. Looks very nice.
Well, on the plus side, Snake, we've still got 4 teams left. One of them might pull some out of the bag for you.
Yeah, who's left to show their liveries?
Renault, Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Racing Point.
Ah. Cool.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice.
Interesting what Racing Point go this year. I wonder if they'll stick with the pink.
Session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
Yeah.
Williams potentially might change theirs. I hope so anyway, because I don't particularly like the look of their cars recently. Just, to be fair for Williams, just turning up to testing on time's an achievement. Which apparently they're going to, because they're launching a car on Monday. Well, better enjoy this race round the China track, because it probably won't be on the next game. Let's see what we can do. I was interested in looking at things that are trending on Twitter. Obviously, there is the main thing that's trending on Twitter at the moment, which I don't know if you want to discuss it or not. I'll leave that up to you. But I don't think I saw that was trending on Twitter. Was the name Keith Stroud?
Oh yeah.
Fair to say, Nottingham Forest fans are not particularly fans of him at the moment.
It's one of the worst games I've seen in a long time in terms of the referee decisions. West Brom as a team did not play well in the part of that with diving, but they kept getting away with it, so they're going to keep doing it. The ref was shocking. It was terrible. To say it was a draw, you'd think I'd be happy we got something out of it. I'm happy with the team performance, considering what happened, but it was a shocking game. It was god-awful. Literally, the first half was basically West Brom players diving, and all decisions going their way.
One player in particular, the name of Matthias Pereira, was ridiculous. Every opportunity he got, he was diving on the floor. Sometimes even without contact.
Yeah, and then one West Brom player took a dive, Matty Cash got a yellow card unfairly, and then Samba spoke to the referee, got a yellow card. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? And then there was that challenge that, was it Livermore, was it?
Yeah, Livermore did on. Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It's challenges like that should get players banned, and if that's not appealed, I'd be shocked.
You could see the damage he did on his knee.
He had a deep cut on his knee, and it could have been a lot worse. You see players' careers end with challenges like that. It's clearly deliberate.
And the reaction of Livermore then to turn around to Ribiera as if he'd not touched him was equally bad.
Yeah, it was disgraceful.
Current tire, brake and engine temperatures. Press the MFD
I would not be surprised if that's one that the FA look at.
Because I really liked watching West Brom back in the day, but this new West Brom I absolutely despise. That's a shame. They don't have to be like that because they are a good team. They just need to play fairly. The ref was a lot worse.
Right, I think my race strategy practice program's just been ruined by the Arrival of rain. Let's see if we can continue on with it, see how it goes. But yeah, I was so happy when Mike.
I mean, you're neither a Forest supporter or West Brom supporter, so I think it's best to hear from you what you think of it.
Yeah, and I backed West Brom to win the league, so them doing well is actually helping my prediction. Yeah, it was terrible. I saw a tweet posted saying, which actually was released before the game, saying, I wonder if this is going to be another game where Keith Stroud makes a game all about him. And it's clear then he has previous with this sort of thing. He seems like the sort of referee that has to have the attention on himself. He can't allow the game to just be a good game without the referee getting involved. It was terrible. The foul in the build-up to West Brom's second goal, where Amiobi clearly was tripped, and the referee was looking right at it and didn't give it. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Terrible decision making.
It was more than happy to give.
We had a couple of penalty appeals as well. That didn't go our way. Even the commentator said it was a Forest penalty. That didn't go ahead.
Yeah, there was a
whatever. But there was about 10 other decisions where you're like, well, how was that not given?
There was a handball decision, and it was Joe Lolly. And from what I've seen of Joe Lolly, he's not someone who kicks up a fuss about nothing. He was adamant.
If he appeals about something, it's usually for a good cause.
And the referee just waved it away. It's annoying that VAR, as poorly it's been used at times, it's annoying that VAR's only in the Premier League, because, my God, the Championship could do with it, because there's so many poor referees in the division.
I know VAR's not been great in the Premier League, but that's because whoever's making decisions with VAR is making the wrong ones. If you make the right decisions with VAR, then VAR is a very good system.
I'm going to skip to practice 2 and hopefully stop raining. Let's have a look at the forecast.
I think it was actually a World Cup tournament where it had probably the least amount of controversy in a World Cup tournament ever, which actually was a very good thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually made it a very enjoyable tournament.
And hopefully the Euros is going to be the same.
Yeah.
It was a very strange day in the Championship today, it has to be said. Briefly touching on my team, I wouldn't usually want to talk about them based off recent results, but I've not got a clue where today's 3-0 victory over Fulham came from. But, boy, I'll take it. And someone put a quite amusing stat on Twitter saying that 33.3% of Barnsley's wins this season have come against Fulham. We've done a double over Fulham and haven't conceded against them. Can we play them every week?
Yeah, Fulham don't seem to like playing Barnsley.
No idea. The File Score pundits were utterly stunned for a result. But I kept going to the report and he was saying like Barnsley should be scoring more goals here. They're dominating the game.
Let's hope they can be consistent with that. Let's get a couple of wins under their belt. They might be staying in the Championship after all.
It would really help if Sheffield Wednesday get our points deduction that's been rumoured about.
Yeah, that Man City potentially going into League 2, which I think is an extremely harsh punishment, but it depends what they've done. So, if they're considering that, then what the hell have they done to breach the rules that badly?
I mean, it's always been frustrating from a Barnsley fan's point of view, and I think a few other clubs as well around the country, that we don't break the rules, and yet we see other teams do it and not get punished for it. So it's about time, really, that clubs finally got punished for clear rule breaking. Sheffield Wednesday in real trouble though, their form is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, the last thing they need is a points deduction. That would be relegation for sure.
They lost 3-0 at home to Reading today to a, what the report said was a near empty Hillsborough. I think Gary Monk might be one of the most overrated managers in English football. He seems to have had loads of jobs and never seems to do well at any of them. I would have said put Steve Bruce in that category, but he actually seems to be doing quite a good job with Newcastle at the moment.
Yeah, I know how much you rate him.
Always thought he was a fantastic manager. Never said anything different.
He's done a fantastic job.
They were debating on Power Score, and I'd be interested to hear your point of view on this. Who the Premier League manager of the season should go to. Obviously the big two that have been debated around with a Liverpool manager and a Sheffield United manager. Both the pundits said the Liverpool manager. I disagree. What do you think?
It's a tough call. I'd probably say the Sheffield United manager more, just because of what they've got, because they're not a rich club. So they've been doing well with the resources they've got compared to Klopp, where he's got money on his side and he's able to get plays that he's wanted. Not that saying Jurgen Klopp has had it easy, mind you, but I just feel like the Sheffield United manager has had it tougher than he has. So.
Agreed. It's not been taken away from Klopp's achievements, but the possibility that Sheffield United might be playing Champions League football is just... it's beyond what Leicester did.
Where Sheffield United are now, they shouldn't be there, but they are. That's how well they are playing.
And as a Premier League club, you dread playing them because you know you're not going to get an easy win.
It's a team never to underestimate.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great
Definitely.
data. Stay focused.
And even though I'm a Barnsley fan and historically I've not really liked Sheffield United, I just have huge respect for Chris Wilder. My God, I wish he was Barnsley manager. I don't think there's many clubs in England that wouldn't want Chris Wilder as their manager at this point. But he's a Sheffield United fan, it's a club he loves. So I don't see him moving anytime soon. Quick question on Williams while we're on the subject. Do you think Williams will do better this season, or do you see them struggling at the back again?
I think they'll struggle at the back again. They're in trouble, and I'm expecting them to be the next team to leave F1.
Speaking of teams to leave F1, it seems like Mercedes are in it for the long haul now. Which is great news.
Yeah.
Despite what some people think. Some people don't think it's great news that Mercedes are in it long term. Mainly Ferrari fans.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
I mean, that new sponsor, the one that's got the red on the car, which you still love. They've signed a 4-year deal with Mercedes. It doesn't sound like the sort of thing a team would do if they're about to leave.
Toto have said they're not leaving now, so that's all out the window.
And with that, do you expect Lewis to sign a contract extension at some point this year?
Yeah. Ferrari committed with their drivers, of course committed to Verstappen.
You never know with Albon.
Mercedes committed to Lewis.
Do you see any changes happening at the top teams from 2020 to 2021?
Vettel might leave.
They keep giving Bottas 1-year deals. It doesn't exactly inspire confidence that they want him long term.
think Bottas will stay also. Depends how well Ocon does, really, in that Renault.
Is he still tied to Mercedes? I thought now that the ties are gone with Mercedes.
Doesn't mean they can't sign him.
Indicates they're not really interested, though.
Okay, super job so far.
He was very close to getting a deal with Mercedes.
That's
He was
true.
very close. Well, according to Ocon, anyway. So.
And I
I say if he performs really well at Renault, Mercedes might consider to put him in the car. But again, it depends how well Bottas does and how well Ocon does. So, I felt Bottas did a pretty good job last year. He did finish second in the championship, which is where you expect him to be.
So I'm just messing around my stream. There we go. Just do my quality pace program. Thing is, if Vettel was to leave Ferrari, who would Ferrari go after? Please, for the love of God. Oh God. I was literally about to say, please, for the love of God, don't be Schumacher.
You can't rule it out.
Wouldn't that mean November Ferrari's still got two relatively inexperienced drivers in the team? Would they want that? You know,
I think
hesitant.
the first mature enough to be in the team.
I'm sorry, but I don't care what anyone says. Mick Schumacher has done nothing to suggest he's good enough for F1. Yet. He might do, but he hasn't yet. Other than the fact that he's called Schumacher.
He hasn't impressed us of yet in F2, really, has he?
No, he wasn't even close to being the best rookie last year. There was Wan Yu Zhou, who's become the test driver for Renault, Chinese youngster. There was Hubert, unfortunately, who died in that tragic accident at Spa. Real shame to lose Hubert. I think he would have been a future Formula 1 driver.
See, that's what pisses me off when people like don't watch F1 anymore, or if they're not fans of F1, they're like, oh, it's not, it's safe now, that, it's not as dangerous as it used to be. I'm like, did you not hear the news? Someone died in F2 last year. It's like, what are you talking about?
It wasn't just Hubert as well, like Correa nearly died as well.
His career's ended now, isn't it? So...
Don't know yet. I mean, it's going to be tough for him, but I've heard that he's trying to come back. It's just about how well his legs are going to work.
People say, oh, it's not dangerous anymore for Formula 1 and all the other, F categories. You're completely wrong. Just because it doesn't happen as often doesn't mean it's not safe.
You're risking your life every time you go in the car.
Yeah, it is. Like, they're still going at 200 miles an hour. They're not always guaranteed to crash at a safe place.
I remember I was watching that Spa F2 race live, and I saw a bit of a crash. Obviously, they tried to cut the cameras away as quickly as possible, but you just knew straight away that it was really bad. And I remember when I found the footage of it.
Yeah, I watched it live. I heard of the incident, and then they didn't show it you at all. They just said it all and cancelled the race.
And then I think I found someone did film footage, which I sent to you, and it was horrible.
And there was Jules Bianchi in 2014.
Yep.
That was nasty to watch.
Then there was that incident, remember at the start of Spa, where I think it was someone flew over the top of Leclerc's car and they were sailing it for Halo and to beat there. That could have whacked Leclerc right in the head, that flying car.
I always felt like that was a mistake, putting a crane next to the track. Why it wasn't behind the barriers, I will never know. But to try and make out, the car's not safe enough because of it, well, no. For me, it was, why was the crane you know, not behind the barriers like it usually is.
Yeah, I mean, that was a mistake there. I do think the Halo did come in useful during that Leclerc incident, though, and I think... I don't like it aesthetically. I still think it looks doesn't look great. I think we got used to it. But obviously, I think you have to. Once you've seen it for a bit of time, you sort of do get used to it a bit more. I still don't like it, but I appreciate it. Obviously, trying to make it as safe as they possibly can.
At the end of the day, when you've got cars driving at 200 miles an hour plus, they're never going to be safe. F1 cars are driving faster than ever now. So every driver that signs up for Formula 1 should know that their lives are at risk.
The problem for Hubert was he hit the wall at Eau Rouge and then he came flying back onto the track because cars were still going past. It was really unfortunate. Correa was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's not even so much like you mentioned, obviously Correa's career being over now, but it's not just physical aspects for Correa. It's mentally. He's got to live with that for the rest of his life. That can't be easy.
Well, that's the thing. Even if he is well enough to come back, will he do it? I mean, I always felt like Niki Lauda is such an inspiration, incredible driver, is because even after that incident, the fire and everything, you know, he came back into F1 and won, you know, the World Championship. Yeah. That is an incredible story in itself.
He came back in the same year, didn't he? And he nearly still won that championship against James Hunt. I mean, if anyone hasn't seen Rush, it's an incredible film.
Yeah, the fact that he backed out of a race that was in very poor conditions in the wet and stuff, I don't blame him for it all, because it was dangerous at the time, not long after his incident. He said he thought of his family and stuff like that, and at the end of the day, your health is more important than your career, whatever your career is. And, you know, he went on to prove that he could win another world title after that anyway. So, it was incredible. It is a good film to watch, it's not bad.
That and the Senna film. There's been some really great F1
Senna films are amazing. It's a great documentary film. It really is. And you can see why a lot of people think Senna is, you know, probably the greatest F1 driver of all time.
I mean, I personally don't, but I think he's up there.
I think it's one of those where we'll never know now.
It's problem is it's different eras, very different cars.
Let's just say that he should have had 4.
Yeah.
And he was still racing, you know, in his prime, and then that's when he was sadly taken away from us. We'll never know.
It's a really tough one. I think
Jules Bianchi as well. You know, he had some talent. Would he ever win a world championship? We'll never know now. It's sad. We've been robbed.
And they always, Ferrari said, he was going to be in their team.
Yeah. It's sad.
It's shame. Sometimes you never know what drivers can do because of things that happen that are just out of their control. But yeah, it's so difficult to judge who the best driver is in the history of F1 because different cars, different eras, it's difficult to tell. I mean, I make a great case for...
Never compare Hamilton Fangio because it was a completely different time. The cars were completely different circumstances, tracks. Why can't we just agree that they're both fantastic drivers?
Oh, I completely agree.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes.
Because let's be honest, there'll never be an answer to, well, this driver's clearly the best driver of all time. It just
and even the whole argument of, well, let's put all the drivers in the same car, see how they do. Even that doesn't work because that car might suit somebody's driving style over somebody else's.
And the Hamilton Schumacher like comparisons as well, even that's different because I felt like Hamilton fought for his titles, whereas Schumacher in his Ferrari car, you know, he had a teammate that was giving him victories.
Yeah.
Treated as number 2.
A lot of people make the case now that Bottas is a number 2. Like, come on, they only treat Bottas as a number 2 when it's quite clear that only Hamilton can win the title. At the start of the year, they're always equals.
First race in, they're equal. Bottas won the race, so last year. So, what on earth are you fucking talking about? Hamilton won the title last year, like in Austin, in 2nd place. You know, if they really wanted to, they would have swapped those drivers round, but they didn't.
Absolutely.
They're just talking out of their asses.
Well, Ian's had a great start to his lap already. The rain's about to fall, so I need to try and get his lap in. Currently P10 after my first run, which is
I
pretty
can
decent.
only recall like 1 or 2 moments where they asked Bottas to move over or put up a different strategy to help Hamilton. And that was only literally because, well, they were fighting Vettel at the championship. And Bottas was so far behind. So...
There's only one instance where I thought it was the wrong decision, and that was it Russia?
Yeah. They didn't want to take any risks, which is fair enough. But I felt like they should have believed in themselves that they could win the title despite that, because they had a bit of a gap, and their car was running well.
And you could see
Fair
after
enough.
you could see after a race that Bottas was devastated.
Yeah, Hamilton wasn't particularly happy either.
No, that's the
So-
thing. Like, it just kind of put a dampener on the whole race after the podium, really, because neither driver looked happy to be there.
No. Which is fine. It's one of those things.
At the end of the day, you got off in Mercedes,
But
although
it's up to Bottas to not be caught in that situation ever again. So he needs to start leading the championship, and his biggest chance was last year in Germany. Hamilton had a poor weekend, but still managed to score points ahead of him.
I can't improve. Go for another lap, but I don't think I'm going to improve. Verstappen's currently 18th and the rain's about to fall. What's he doing? I didn't know that because he's just come out of the pits ahead of me. I'm trying to do a second lap on these tyres. I'm not really sure why. But it's worth a go. Although to be fair, if Verstappen's going to stay right in front of me, it's probably a wasted effort because well, he might give me a tow down the straight, which would be nice.
Except it's not Aldi's toe.
Oh, I didn't get a good exit there. Oh, this nice lap's gonna wear. I don't think you can do 2 flying laps, and I think it's gonna rain by the time I get to the pits, so I think that's the end of my qualifying. And to be fair, I'm quite happy with the time I did, to be fair, it wasn't a bad lap. I mean, it's currently Magson's 15th, he's 6 times slower than me.
Fastest lap is a 1 minute 35.0.
Just gonna fast forward to the end of the session, I think, now.
And with qualifying complete,
Yep, no one improved with the rain conditions at the end, so Hamilton's on pole by 4 tenths over Bottas, and it's Leclerc third, Albon fourth. Perez is 5th. What is up with Perez on this game? Vettel's down in 7th, Verstappen 12th. And my teammate's in 16th, so I beat my teammate, but that still won't be good enough for his demanding team, will it? He says
Well,
not.
it's been consistent in terms of point scoring.
As of... good point. To be fair, the only reason I potentially didn't score points in Australia was because of Magnussen.
Well, it wasn't really, was it?
He wasn't innocent in it.
Say it sent you wide, it didn't really affect your result.
I beg to differ. And I'm not biased. Oh no, Liverpool won against Norwich. Oh no. Oh, I think that could be the title over.
No, it totally wasn't over 2 months ago.
So it wasn't over in September.
But chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Right, let's do this. Time for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Just the only real question is, will Liverpool finish all their games unbeaten?
Well, the 18 have even... They've only even drawn... That's the thing, when Arsenal did it, they had like 12 or 13 draws. So Liverpool only had one draw, and that was against Man United.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
That is very true. So if Liverpool do it with only a couple of draws, that is incredibly impressive.
It's time to find
They
out
can beat
which driver is
City's
up to the
total from
task
last
of
year as
claiming
well.
the Chinese Grand Prix.
Also impressive.
We're here in Shanghai.
It's going to be tough for them because they've got Champions League to focus on now as well. They've got to try and defend that trophy.
Home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit.
I think they're so far ahead of the Premier League, they can afford to focus on the Champions League as well.
Well, it's weird you mention that because they did actually rest a few players today ahead of Tuesday's match against Atletico Madrid.
For God's sake. Still not super confident then.
Anthony Davidson also
No.
joins me in the commentary box.
Although they brought Mane off the bench who scored the winner today, so it almost backfired on them, doing what we did against Norwich.
A daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
Right, let's have a look at the
It's
grid
a
then.
difficult environment to come into.
It's time to see how our drivers are
I
stacking
don't know why I
up.
said it like that.
Yesterday's
Let's
exciting
have a look at the grid then. Lewis
Hamilton
Hamilton on
rides
pole,
up position, and
Valtteri
it's
Bottas
Valtteri
second.
Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest
See if
of the
anyone's got any grid
we
penalties.
have Leclerc, Albon,
Not
Sergio
Leclerc this
Perez,
time.
And Sainz, Vettel, Ricciardo, Fiat, and the scientist.
No, no.
Hülkenberg,
I don't know why I'm called the
Verstappen,
scientist. I don't really know why I
Lando
name
Norris,
myself the
Stroll,
scientist.
Raikkonen, Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Pierre Gasly.
Nope, nobody's got any
Russell and
penalties.
Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And
Why
now
have you called
it's
yourself
time
the
to head down
scientist?
to the
Not
track.
got a clue. I think I did that back in when the game came out and I still don't know why I did that.
Another top 10 finish.
I'm going to stick with that strategy. I'm quite happy with that. Right. Let's do it!
Come on, the scientist.
5 lights. And away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Oh no, I've got the coronavirus. Oh crap, Verstappen's down the inside. Just stay to be inside. Don't do anything silly. We don't want to repeat a Bahrain. Oh my god, Kvyat, calm down.
We have given you plenty of room.
I know, right?
Torpedo.
I still can't get over how miffed he looked when the guy said that. It's like, that's not my actual nickname, man.
It's like, well, it is now.
Like calling that guy of Hyperdrive the car shredder. Oh, sorry, Kvyat. Just ignore what I did there.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Oh, Vettel is trying to attack Danny Ricciardo. Vettel down in 8th, not the best of starts. Sainz up to 5th. It's just going to be a massive drag race down to the hairpin. I don't feel like I've got the best straight line speed here. Come on, Snake, you had a nap earlier.
I've had like 11 hours sleep.
I've had 11 hours
Felt so
sleep.
tired and alive.
Williams.
No, Hulkenberg, go away.
Yeah, I've had 8 hours sleep and a 3-hour nap today.
Now I was going to ask if you wanted to watch Formula E at 10 o'clock.
I won't watch Formula E at any time, to be honest.
Wow. What's wrong with it?
The drivers, the street circuits.
They're not racing at a street circuit today.
Oh, great, what do you do? So
There
they've
is-
got one track that's not street circuit and the rest are.
It's actually Formula 1 track, or part of it. Racing in Mexico.
Oh, God. Should have said that.
And they go around the stadium section, you know, literally the most boring bit of it. Of the whole track. They even cut that long straight in half, I think. With the track they use. No, Hulkenberg. Go away, Hulkenberg. No! No! Yeah, that's what he called defending as nearly runs into the back of Ricardo.
Okay.
Okay, let's just ignore the massive train of cars behind me.
Entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
No, he's going to try and go around the outside of turn 1. I'm going to have to be brave here. That's what I thought, Hulkenberg. That's what I thought.
You okay?
No. I'm enjoying this career mode though. It's nice to back on it. This game is good. There's some bits of it I don't like, but some bits of it I do like. I like the fact that there's going to be driver transfers in future seasons and regulation changes that could hopefully shake up the field a bit. Of course, that could backfire on me if I end up having a really bad car. Oh, good, great news! Hulkenberg's having to fight with Verstappen. That was a bit of breathing space for me. Oh my God, they're going 3 abreast behind me. Oh no, they're not, because Verstappen's like way ahead of them. But I don't know what's going off behind me. I'm just glad it's away from me, to be honest. I'll be pitting next lap for the medium tyre, formerly the soft. I hate how they've done that to the tyres. It really, they tried to make it less confusing, and to anyone who's an F1 fan, it just made it more confusing.
We're boxing this lap.
Must be the F1 commentary team. They kept calling Racing Point Force India for most of the season.
Yeah.
Problem is now they'll be calling them Racing Point when they're called Aston Martin next year. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Lance? I want my daddy to buy me everything so I can be a world champion.
Yeah, he can't buy you a world title. One thing he cannot buy, talent.
Yeah, the only best he can do is give you the best car and then give you a really shit teammate.
I don't even think that's
Box
enough.
this lap.
It won't stop him trying. I'd love
Your
to be.
teammate is Roman Grosjean. Okay, baby.
No, Verstappen! No!
No.
Haha! Goes right around the outside and gets a better exit. Verstappen! He hit me!
We're leading our teammate by 2.5
Oh, it was a love
seconds.
tap.
Don't want love from Max. Okay, I was.
Fans do.
Oh fuck! I was meant to pit. Sorry, Kevin Magnussen, but I might be about to ruin your pit stop. But you know.
If anything, that helps you in terms of the rivalry.
I feel like Verstappen's getting a bit angry behind me now.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit of a train behind you.
I'm not that far behind the cars in front now, so I'm not too slow, I don't think. Oh, but there's a Williams in the train. Just noticed that. Oh, that makes me feel terrific. I think Max is going to overtake me here before he literally punts me off the circuit. He can't get past!
The power of that engine is not happening for him.
GP2 engine, GP2. Right, time to pit. Oh my god, is everyone pitting on this lap? Oh, I tell you what, thank god that they removed the gravel from that pit lane.
Kevin is in the pits.
Oh, Kevin's in the pits. Awkward.
See, this is the sort of thing that teams ignore on this game. Like, literally, after the race, your team would be like, well, what you did was fucking stupid.
Yeah. Instead they'll be like, why did you finish down there, Kevin?
Yeah, be like, Kevin, what were you doing? You drove so poorly in the race. Like, you don't see what fucking happened.
Why is Vettel so slow coming out the pits? And also, why is Vettel behind Kvyat? Also, why is Magnussen behind everybody? Yeah, Magnussen can't beat me if I stop his pit stop. That was an honest mistake, to be fair. And to be fair, it's payback for Australia.
It is annoying though, like, like your team are just gonna completely ignore what you did. As if it wasn't even a thing.
Can I just say, what a move on Vettel.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even trying to go for a move, I just outbroke myself. Alright Vettel, I get it, you could at least give me some fucking room. Vettel! Oh, this is not gonna end well, is it? Vettel!
Do you think Vettel's gonna be kind to you now after this?
Oh my god, Verstappen got involved too. I'm up to 7th!
Car ahead, now running medium tyres.
Oh my god, there's Alex Albon in front of me. Oh my god, how slow do you want to be, Albon? Said AI quite slow coming out the pits. Oh no, it's Vettel. I don't think he's happy with me. I can't think why. Bring back Grosjean! Alvin, do you want to speed up a bit, mate? On the plus side, he's going to give me DRS here, help me defend against the raging German lunatic. Oh! Oh! Is he going to do it? I don't know! No, not quite.
It seems they fixed whatever.
Nice to see Vettel hasn't changed
Back up to speed.
in F1 games.
Oh my god, we're 3 abreast. Ah! Yes! Oops, sorry, Bollard. Don't know why I'm apologising to a Bollard. No, Vettel! Go away! 2 races ago, I'm not going to fight a Ferrari, really, if it comes close to me. Now, go away, Vettel! I'm not saying that I would much rather let Leclerc through than Vettel, but I would. Is it just me, or am I building up a train again? I mean, to be fair, there is 2 Red Bulls and a Ferrari behind me. It's not like I'm holding up shit cars. Well, there's a Mercedes that's way out in front. I've had another Mercedes and then a Ferrari.
9 seconds.
Which I'm assuming it's got to be Leclerc. I'm guessing it's Perez in 4th. Wow. No. No, Vettel. No! Oh, I can't fight that one off. Vettel's got past me. Boo! Noob!
Oh, I wonder what he thinks about that. Yes, 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 yes.
Oh! Daddy inside of Vettel! Oh! I was so close to contact. Oh! Oh, sorry, Vettel. I say sorry, you barged into me.
Sorry.
Vettel! This is going to end in tears. I don't think I'll be racing against Vettel in this race. I don't think I am anymore. I think he's going to pull away from me. It's like, get away from that lunatic. Like, here on the radio, I don't think I need...
Just advance each other.
I don't think I need to say anything here. It'd be like Nico Rosberg. Why isn't he letting me through? You do that impression like the best.
Why isn't he letting me through? He's fighting you for the World Championship, Nico. Get a grip.
And also, you're nowhere near him. Ah! Uh-oh, Albon. I need to finish at 8 to get my objective, so I need to keep at least one of these Red Bulls behind me. Well, if Kvyat can battle Vettel, it might bring me close to Kvyat. Uh-oh. I didn't get a good exit there. I've not got a train of cars behind me at all. Is Perez going to win your driver of the day for the 3rd consecutive race?
He just might. Where is he?
He's 4th, just ahead of Kvyat.
I think he will. What he's doing is insane.
I know.
He's finishing ahead of like some of the top flight cars.
Oh, he's already ahead of Red Bulls in the championship, and I'm currently ahead of both Red Bulls in this race, so he's going to be staying in front of them. Oh god, no, 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 Albon. I have to duck into his slipstream.
No.
Brake! Park it on the apex. Can't say I'm not trying to hold them off.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, Vettel's got past Kvyat. Didn't really hold him up either, although they're still side by side. Go on, Danny. Show that Honda power. Oh, that was past him.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds.
Vettel might be able to get Perez here as well. Boo. Go Perez. I'm going to destroy Magnussen in this race. I wonder why. Just shit Magnussen, isn't he?
Well, why even try?
I might be able to get Kvyat here if I can just close in a bit more. I think that's a Williams still at the back of his train. No! Red Bull onslaught! Help! There's one on both sides! Yes! That was scary. I think I peed a little.
Just gotta say right now, I'm not watching the live stream because I can't watch it right now for some reason. I'm trying to get back onto it, but it's...
You just missed a moment where Verstappen was on one side of me on the straight and Albon was on the other. And I somehow held them off.
I'm gonna restart YouTube, see if that works. I don't know why, it's buffering constantly. I would say it's my internet, but it seems to be running fine everywhere else.
Can always go back and watch it, I suppose, if
Must be a YouTube thing. Oh wait, it's restarted now. Back, you're on lap 12, right?
Yes. And I've got both Red Bulls clambering all over my arse.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds.
Oh, there's worse things over your arse. I shouldn't probably explain what I mean by
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I wouldn't. Oh crap, I've got no rich mix, barely any rich mix left to use. Help! I'm staying on the inside, you can both fuck off. Turn in!
Let's break late here. Yeah, I've done a bit. Side by side.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go into lean now, that's not good. No! Verstappen! Mate, you're not getting through here.
Stop.
Tell me about it. I beat my objective if I finish above 8, so I'm determined. No! Go away, Verstappen! That's good stuff, fight with your teammate. Not that that would really happen at Red Bull.
If anything, Albon would like hold the field, Max.
Yeah. That's weird we're talking about Albon being a Red Bull. He was a rookie this time last year. Never did an F1 race. Oh, is that fair to say?
Red Bull happily accept him to finish behind Verstappen in every race.
And unlike Gasly, he's not actually fighting the midfield cars.
Gee, yeah. We're fighting against the Toro Rosso cars.
Yeah. Oh! No, Verstappen! I refuse! This is getting ridiculous now. Oh my god,
That hairpin.
This is your final
oh
lap.
no, Sainz is getting involved!
They're speeding up again, so I expect they've fixed whatever the
Fucking
problem
miles
was.
or two.
Verstappen, no! Ah! No, Carlos! I'd take really big avoiding action there to not plough into Verstappen.
Yeah, Carlos didn't really help you there in that situation.
No.
That stopped you from flying back with Max.
Although my objective is to finish 8th, so if I can... Oh, to be fair, if I can stay in Verstappen's DRS...
Where's Magnussen? Oh, wait.
Oh no, it's just shit, mate. Nothing to do with me at all.
This is where you get an interview of like, did you do that pit stop deliberately to hold your teammate up there?
Yes. No, I genuinely I forgot. Bottas!
Days later, Jake Quarry gets sacked from Haas.
Oh fuck, I've barely got any rich mix left to use. I haven't got DRS. I have got DRS. Bottas wins. Sainz is getting closer. I'm not letting him...
Third different winner in your season.
Yeah, it was Hamilton Australia, Vettel in Bahrain, and now Bottas here.
And then Warrior for the next race.
Yeah, right. P8! I got my objective! Get in. I had to work quite hard for that.
Well done, that was a great race.
Cheers,
Unlucky
man.
with Verstappen, you did very well to hold it up to that long.
Once he got me inside going into turn 1, it was going to be tough to keep him behind. I didn't think he'd actually got such a good run, but...
I think that's smart time management on track and very
I mean,
smart
as a
driving
team
can get
performance,
assisted in their victories,
that was not
mate.
good, but
Fuck the team.
yeah, it only holds you back with development. Fuck the team.
It's great to see them up on that
How was Hamilton not second? He was cruising to second. Leclerc second, Hamilton third. I don't know who got fastest lap.
I'm not sure.
Vettel got Perez in the end. Bottas won by 15 seconds and got fastest lap.
See, who's been driving this well?
I mean, Kvyat's
I mean,
not.
Danny Kvyat did a good job, but I'd say Sergio Perez again.
Without a care in the world.
What about me?
My driver of choice.
It's time to check out the
Did alright.
You
You finished where Haas are expected to finish, but you can't just ignore what you did to your teammate.
Finished 18. The only cars he beat were the Williams.
He had a faster lap than you did as well, yet he finished 18th.
In my defence with the whole fastest lap thing, I did spend most of the race battling. I didn't really have much clear air to do fastest laps.
Your defence.
Wow, look how close it is. We're top of the championship. Valtteri Bottas is level with Lewis Hamilton on 56 points. Vettel's on 53, and Leclerc's on 44. And then Perez is in 5th on 30.
That's insane.
Perez is having insane. Albon's in 5th.
I mean, Kvyat was close to the driver of the day on this one, but with Perez just ahead, it had to be him.
Oh damn it, K-Mag's still ahead of me despite my sabotage attempt.
Lance Stroll, 2 points. Sergio Perez is 30.
I'm above Stroll!
Uh,
Also, Kvyat's 8 points to Gasly's 0.
nice.
Wow. Thanks to completely almost down to Sergio Perez. Racing points are only 1 point off Red Bull. If Stroll was actually contributing,
Perez.
I was gonna say if Stroll was actually contributing, he'd probably be ahead. Toro Rosso move up to 6th above Renault. Wow, Renault and McLaren are not doing very well. Seventh.
Williams is doing shockingly.
Why do you sound surprised?
Because I am.
Are you high?
About as high as Team Williams thinking that they can do it on their own without being a B team.
Very true. I don't think I've got it in me to do another race, although it was slightly tempting. I'm still losing my rivalry to K-Mag.
Yeah, I'm sick of giving driver of the day Sergio Perez, to be honest, so probably should give it a break.
We'll be back tomorrow for Baku and possibly Spain too. And then I'll probably leave it about a week because the dread of doing Monaco.
Remember to select a driver that you consider your rival.
Remember to select a driver if you consider your rival. Okay.
Performing well against your rival can earn you respect.
Don't want to do the invitational events. Right, so I've got to select a rival now. I've got 5 choices. I've got Albon, Verstappen, Sainz, Norris, and Stroll. I'm not going to choose a Red Bull because that's stupid. Wow, I get the same amount of rep for beating Stroll as I do Norris.
Just be aware.
Choose Stroll then.
You'll get the same amount of respect if you come off second best. So it may be
God, even Stroll's picture looks miserable. Don't know why. His dad is
mad at his dad.
Yeah. Why don't you give me a faster car? Have you seen what Perez is doing, Lance? It's not important. He's just got lucky. So I'll just skip ahead to Baku to see if my upgrades have worked, and then we'll call it there. 2 quite fun races there, especially I thought the China race was really exciting. A lot of defending. And to be fair to the AI, the most of the time they race aggressively, but it's not dirtily either. They do race quite well.
Yeah.
Development failures. Oh great, my engine power upgrades failed, but at least my weight reduction one that failed last time's worked. No rain for Baku, that's really a big relief.
But they had Grosjean in the team giving them advice on the car.
Or, crashing under the safety car at Baku. But then blaming Ericsson, who was nowhere near.
Yeah, crashes into the wall. Guys, I don't think the car's working. Right, thanks for that important information, Grosjean, thank you.
Yeah, we couldn't tell. Right, so we'll leave there for today. It's been a very interesting start to the season. And, yeah, don't worry about the engine wear, because when it comes to Monaco, we're taking new engine and gearboxes. Because...
Not a bad shout.
Because there's literally no point even trying at Monaco.
Depends where you start in qualifying, really. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll give qualifying a go, but I'll probably already taken the engine penalties. I'll probably just give qualifying a go to see if I can get used to a track.
Yeah. So if you start well, then it's worth racing in, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you to Snake for being here, and
Very welcome.
well, most of the time when his internet was letting him.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I was here for most of it.
Yeah, and random bits of
Jen's taking the internet again.
Who's Jen? Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I realised as soon as I said it. Yeah, I know. And we'll see you next time for Baku, which I'm also...
Fuck.
How did you say 911?
999. I mean 999. That's the American one, you burk.
And if no one knows that reference, watch the IT crowd. But until Baku, it's goodbye from me, and it's also goodbye from Sergio Perez, who seems to have turned into a racing god. Bye!
Bye-bye.